Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your Devops SRE DevSecOps coach. Okay, so today's topic is Dynatrace. So the so today I'm going to help you to understand uh, what is Dynatrace, why do we need it, how Dynatrace works, where and all we can use it, and then followed by one demo, which we will do with one agent. So yeah, so if you see that Dynatrace, before talking about the Dynatrace, I would like to talk about observability, which I covered in the last session, if you remember. And as part of implementing observability, remember that we have to collect four different types of data types, which includes melt, matrices, event, logs, and traces. And now, if you remember, in during that session, I said Dynatrace is one of the very leading platform, in order to implement the observability and easy way. So that is the like with the background, we should take it this session forward. So yes, Dynatrace founded in 2005 in Linz, Austria. Again, it has introduced single agent installation with one agent. Remember that one agent means literally they have one agent for everything. Now, if you remember last session ELK, I think we had a multiple agent, right? For different types of data collections. But here is one agent which is doing matrix collection, log collections, trace collections, and everything. Now, this was created during the phase 2 era that includes SOA technology, service oriented architecture technologies, considered number one solution by many organizations, and mitigated security and regulation concern with SaaS like on-premise solution, um, growth through product development and acquisitions. So yeah, this is one of the platform where you can implement the observability. You can get the real-time insight into the application performance, user experience, infrastructure health. Application performance, typically we call it APM. User experience, most of the time we call it a digital experience or real user monitoring and synthetic monitoring and so on. And allowing organizations to identify and resolve issues quickly. So Dynatrace support the AI. I'll talk about this one in some slides. So they have implemented the AI technologies, and using that they can help you to identify the issues, any problems if you have in infrastructure or applications quickly. So yeah, Dynatrace uses AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning capabilities to automate the process of monitoring and analyzing large amount of data from various sources such as applications, servers, and network. That means your job is to just to collect the data from the various sources, and Dynatrace will help you to keep reading the data, and then Dynatrace will try to find out what kind of issues you have in the uh, infrastructure or something. So yeah, some of the advantage of Dynatrace, which includes end-to-end visibility into entire IT stack, including cloud-based, on-premises, and hybrid, and so on. Okay, so in uh, just a second. Yeah. So introducing the Dynatrace software intelligence platform, which includes application monitoring, synthetic monitoring, real user monitoring, prop-based network monitoring, and many more. Now they have some of the uh, you know AI integrated, which I talked about it, which will help you to find out the root cause analysis problems quickly compared to other tools, if you want to go for it. Also, which will help you in terms of infrastructure security, digital experience, and business analytics. Okay, So some of the feature and capability, yes, it has a one agent, which I talked about it for everything. And then we have a pure path. Pure path is a kind of feature you can say, which will help you to find out any performance and infrastructure related issues at the very internal levels. That means, let's say if you have some APM issues, it will tell you what exactly the code it has a problem which is causing this performance issues or something like that. So at the code level information, Dynatrace will tell you. Another features which we have is Smartscape, which basically help you to visualize everything at one place. You have infrastructure, which includes servers, networks, some applications, and many more services, processes, host, and all. Everything you can visualize at one place, and in a way dependencies and relationship. So that way you can visualize this. Grail is one of the feature which Dynatrace has it, which helps you to manage the data analytics and provide the deeper, more powerful insight into application performance and infrastructure. So basically, you can say Grail is a kind of component which is powered by AI and ML and so on. So yeah, PurePath, Smartscape, Grail, these are the important one. Apart from that, we have a one agent which is a data collector, proxy which is active agent, and server you can set up in your premises also. So yeah, so these are the three options for the data collections. One is the one which I talked about it, one agent, which can be installed on your system, recommended data collection method and so on. But Dynatrace also can fetch the data using API and different integrations as well. For the proxy, where the Dynatrace is cannot reach to those services or the server, for that matter, we have a active agent, which is act like a proxy between the Dynatrace server and one agent. So this will help you to, uh, overcome the limitation what you have in terms of network is not accessible for the server and all. So ActiveGate can be used as a proxy. Server, yeah, clustered of server for monitoring environment can sit in Dynatrace or your own organization environment. That means two model is there, SaaS model and managed one. So both, whichever you are comfortable, you can go for it. So SaaS model, which includes default deployments. That means you don't have to install Dynatrace, configure Dynatrace server. Just focus on the one agent installations, and then it will be installed. And ActiveGate is optional for this. Okay, manage deployment again. If you think you want to manage your own deployment, so this will help you. Deployment for on-premises requirement need to provide your own server cluster. ActiveGate recommended for cluster communications and so on. Okay, in terms of pricing model and subscription, this is something uh, they keep changing it. So they charge you per host unit. That means how many hosts you monitor, and also in terms of APM and synthetic and RAM, they charge you the digital experience monitoring DM unit wise. So that is also in terms of one logs, they charge you how much data you have stored, and then um, how much traffic, I mean how much query you are running, something like that. So these are the some of the for visualizations. Again, you should check the website for the up-to-date information about the pricing. But if you see that full stack monitoring start at $74 per month for 8 GB per host, something like that. Uh, and accordingly, you can see the different component, different charges. Again, this may change because these slides I think I have updated last year. Okay, so Dynatrace will help you to get the application insight. That applications may be in any programming language, which may be Java, um, .NET, PHP, or any languages as such. Also, digital experience, user insight also. You can get it like how's the experience of your end user on mobile, web, some apart smart devices and cloud services. And apart from that, Dynatrace also help you in terms of security and network monitoring. Many of the devices which is supported as well, including Citrix and so on. Okay, so Dynatrace can help you in terms of synthetic monitoring very much. So that is the one of the wonderful solutions we have. Dynatrace can also help you in terms of application performance monitoring, and they have a quite a good amount of setup and things like that. Dynatrace can also help you in terms of automated way to find out the problems, also submit a RCA and so on. So this is called pure path method, which we discussed earlier. Okay, so some of the because that will be covered during the demo. Now, what is this? So Dynatrace have developed one website, and that website you can say one applications. This is developed in a different languages, and this is available in the virtual machines. At the same time, this is available in the containers both way. Now, this application name is called Easy Travel. Now, this website they have developed. So if you want to uh, experience the all capability of Dynatrace, uh, capability which include infrastructure monitoring, real user monitoring, synthetic monitoring, performance monitoring, database performance, code level issues, anything as such, logs issues, network security, anything, then these applications will help you because replicating while learning Dynatrace, replicating the whole features uh, for that you require a sufficient infrastructure. So this application has been designed in a way to get this one. Though we'll not be able to showcase this in our session, but yeah, uh, uh, I have tutorials on my website how to set up easy travel. Those are things which is available. So I'll show you that one during the demo. So these are some of the guides for these applications, which you can use it if you really trying this to learn in offline environment. Okay, so I'm just ignoring some of the slides. Yeah. So how Dynatrace works? So first you have to deploy the one agent, which I'll do that. And one agent will collect the data, and after that it will send to the Dynatrace cloud or hosted solutions, and then automatically AI, which is a Grail services which I talked about it, which analyze the complete feature, complete data, and if there is some problem, which will be RCA and automated way to alert and all. So that is the complete flow of Dynatrace. So Dynatrace can help you to monitor applications, services, processes, host, and cloud, everything. And host, you need a Dynatrace one agent installed, where it can help you to gather everything. Okay, so for deployment, you have to install one agent, which I'm going to show you the demo for this. And agent will be collecting the data. Analysis will be done by the Grail, uh, and one path also have a AI and ML components of it. And this region, most of the people love the Dynatrace. And then you'll get RCA, root cause for the performance issues, and then automation and alerting. Now, this image, I want you to focus on it, though for this session, we'll be using SaaS, but you can go for the managed one also. So see here in the SaaS based, the Dynatrace server, or you can call it a cluster, is available on the HTTPS. That means incoming outbound is 443, mind it. And because of it's a internet outgoing, so ActiveGate is not important until you bar the all the outgoing connections. That is a different thing. But most of the time you don't bar the outgoing connections. So that's optional. ActiveGate is optional. So one agent which is in on premises or which is sending all the data to Dynatrace cluster. Now in right side, if you look at this managed one, there is one component which is called mission control. So what is this mission control? So mission control basically will help you to deploy the multiple Dynatrace cluster. So if you have a pretty large organizations where you don't you need a multiple Dynatrace server, you can call it a clusters here. So in that case, mission control will help you. One clusters will be sufficient, but mission control will take care of the authentications, authorizations, monitoring, licensing servers, and many other stuff which will be managed by mission control. So that is the extra thing we have. Okay, so if you have a if you have an environment where you have a cloud on premises and many other stuff, Dynatrace can help you. Okay, so architecture, more or less we discuss about it. I'm just ignoring some of the here you see that Dynatrace agent installed in your host, and then ActiveGate is a proxy server, server nodes, and so on. Okay, so who's competing with Dynatrace? So I think many of the tools which we have already discussed. So the major competitors, which includes Datadog, Splunk, Elastic, AppDynamics, Grafana, and Neuralink. Okay, so ultimately, yeah, Dynatrace all in one, multiple modules, you can find it. All the data points you can find at the one place unified, and everything alerting and problem statement, I mean, problem gathering is done through AI. That's the best part of it. Okay, so in terms of application performance monitoring, deepest APM observability at scale, which I talk about the uh, path, there's one feature which is called path, deep path, and so on. Infrastructure monitoring with AIOps built in, server logs, networks, and container observability unified by a common data model. Extend automation and intelligence of full stack APM to non-application services, and consolidate tooling and simplifies operations, improve collaboration. So in terms of digital experience, so yes, you can collect the data from the website, mobile IoT devices, and complete real-time user experience you can monitor at Dynatrace. Yeah. So yeah. So if you look at this image here, here we are discussing all sort of database, all sort of languages, which is supported by Dynatrace and how it's been stored and how AI has been applied, and then RC has been created for that. Active gates, yeah, we discuss about the active gates. This is basically nothing but the proxy, but active gates also are a different kind of it. So we have a routing active gates, we have a synthetic active gates, Jet remote active gates, and some of the plugins are also available. Though we don't need to go into the complexity right now, but active gate is basically proxy server where outgoing is barred. You can use the active gates. I'm just ignoring some of the stuff. Yeah, this is a image for the multi-tenant applications monitoring setup, and this is the image of single tenant. So if you see that different applications will have a different host, different real user monitoring, synthetics, extension, and integrations. And as per the environment, you have to tag each and every resources whatever you want as per the environment, and followed by. Okay, so one agent, um, which we discuss about it, Dynatrace has uh, introduced the one agent which to collect the data from all aspects. One agent can collect the data from applications, services, processes, host, containers, and data centers. So that's one of the powerful things which you have it. If you read this, what kind of data? So if you see that servers and visualizations, network and devices, container and orchestration, process data, log files, events, matrices and extension, CPU and memories, code label and microservices, distributed traces, RAM, web, and mobile. So one agent can help you in a complete data collections. Different types of programming language, different web server, different database, different third-party and cloud platforms, RAM, synthetic monitoring, uh, different host monitoring in terms of CPU, memory, disk, and all, process monitoring, network monitoring, and log file monitoring. So in a nutshell, if I say one agent can collect and do all sort of data and stored at Dynatrace. Now, this is the very important which I have highlighted. Dynatrace automatically detects and collects because of AI and ML implementation, collects a rich set of context metadata to create a real-time topology map called Smartscape. That means Smartscape, the one of the feature of Dynatrace, where you can find complete the problems what you have with your server or applications. Smartscape feature will analyze all the data and tell you what is the RCF for it. So it captures the relationship and dependencies for all system components, both vertically, up and down the stack, and horizontally between the services, processes, and host. Within the large enterprise system, there are billions of ever-changing dependency, and Smartscape keep a track of them all. Okay, in terms of the topology map enables Dynatrace to understand the actual connections between all capture matrices, traces, logs, and user experience data. Other than mere time-based correlation, topology mapping reveal the actual causal dependency between the captured data. So this is the basic Dynatrace radically different AI engine called Devops. So if you're curious about, many times I have mentioned that Dynatrace have a AI capability and ML capability. So what they call this algorithm. So this AI engine is being called Davis, which is being evolved every day to detect the problems and submit the RCA for it. Okay, so this is just some of the visualization screenshot of the Dynatrace. Here you can see that right side, you have so many microservices and their dependencies and the relationship, multiple applications, services, processes, host from the different data centers. So if you see that where are my services running, in which location it is deployed, what other services does it depends on. So it's giving you the complete information as part of Smartscape topology. Okay, so this is something. In order to analyze this is the Smartscape view, and here you see that what kind of informations you have. So you have applications, user traffic, and consumptions. Top, if you can read it, 100% Chrome 64 top browser. That means your user uh, is coming from the Chrome or Firefox or mobile. So the complete informations you have in user traffic and consumptions. Also, there are total active sessions if you understand that, and many more entries. In terms of traces, transaction breakdown, also you have it. You can define application services. You can define which programming languages, how many database call, what are the throughput, what are the error rate, what is the transaction per second, failure rate, response times, CPU, memory, and everything. You can also look at the process level detail by each host, and if Dynatrace detect that problems, it will highlight that one, and then followed by host uses and network interfaces in terms of CPU, memory, NIC, and disk. And the last one which you can see is like a cloud, which region, and what is the overall spend, and many things you will get it actually. So if you see that everything you can find at one place, and that is the power of Smartscape, one of the feature which is AI enabled for your entire infrastructure. And this all information you can get it yourself without doing much of the work. Okay, so if you, this is the host level information. If you click on one of the applications, or not host level, sorry, application level information. If you click on one of the applications, and then you can see that, okay, that application's complete details, and that application is running on how many machines. Each machines you can see that processes, transfer, connections, connectivity, and many more things. And overall CPU, memory, NIC, and all of the stuff also you can check it out. So complete details you will find it. Yeah. So now the time has come for showing you the demo. Any questions so far, all of you?
Not quite for now.
Okay. So now uh, what we are going to do, I'm going to show you mm, this website, Dynatrace, and here it is. Now, free tier is available, which I'm going to use it for show you the demo. And if you see observability, unified observability and security, and by AI. So that is something which we have. Now I see that UI has been changed, so some changes you may expect. In terms of platform, see that, and this is something which I was talking about, Davis AI, which is the engine of AI behind the complete analysis of your data, and Grail, which is a basically storage services, store, unify, conceptually analyze all observability, security as business data. So at one place, one agent, which is a collector, Smartscape, which is a UI part. It will give you complete detail in one go, pure path for distributed tracing. Some of the enriching the logs, you have open pipeline features and app engines and few more. Solutions, I think you can see complete solutions, DevOps, SRE, DevSecOps, DataOps, AIOps, everything can be implemented using this. So the pricing detail here you have, you can study in detail a little bit later offline. So good to go. So now I need one account to get started. So I click on the free trial. Now you don't have a credit card, but that don't need a credit card, but it's for 15 days. One important thing is like you won't be able to use it using Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, or something like that. So you require a business email ID for that. So let me do one thing. Let me get one email ID because I have used so many email ID in the past. So I am going to use one of the email ID for the demo. So just give me a few seconds. So I'm registering using one of the email ID. I'll share this ID with you um, after registration. So if you have a time, you can start also. It's taking time. Just wait for it. Let me pause the recording.
This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, I'm setting the other details. The rest of the thing is optional. So starting my trial. I selected US West Oregon. Oh, password I did not set. I'll share with you the password. Done. Now this process will take a couple of minutes, so we'll have to wait for it. So let me pause.
This
Where
conference will now be recorded.
so on a cluster we have multiple servers, and whenever the calls received, it is being equally spread by the load balancer across all the cluster nodes. So when this the information get passed on across all, and the request is being received and accepted, acknowledged, and revert back with the information to the endpoint. So that also gets monitored by the Dynatrace, that information,
Yeah,
because that will only help you to understand where is the bottleneck from application point of view, which server is
right,
having more load of which, on which port, on which application.
right, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
And the
now this is
log which
the,
is just okay. Yeah, please go ahead, I'll ask at the end.
yeah. So guys, I registered using Office account and then launched Dynatrace. Here it is. Now this is the home page and you see a little bit difference compared to the last one, but many things you will find at this place. So let's go one by one. So here, just a second, just give me a second. Yeah. So here, get into WordPress. So here, if you see that all the options which is available at Dynatrace to get the data from all the integrations will be available here. Little slow. Understand the data widths. Smartscape. So once the data is collected, uh, once you have started monitoring, this kind of image will be created. Right now it is empty. It will be empty actually. So just wait for its new account, right? So everything will be configured one by one. Uh, Here notebook, you can create your own real-time notes, or you can call it a run book or on notebook, whatever it is. Here you have a dashboard and many things you can automate and integrate through AI. Now, which are the monitoring your entire stack? So here you can monitor AWS. This one you don't need a one agent. It can be done through API. You have to give the AWS credentials, similar with Azure, Google Cloud. Kubernetes also API based open telemetry. This is one of the way to install from the host, discovery and coverage, and so on. Observe and explore. So observe and explore, that means whatever the data has been collected at Dynatrace, you can get it. This is the older dashboard, classic one. New one is there. You want to explore each data. Here it is, metrics, logs. This is the older UI for the problems, and this is the Smartscape topology which I talk about it. Davis AI anomaly detection. For this, you have infrastructure observability. You can monitor all these things. Here it will help you. Automations is and Guardian. Application observability. These are the options here you see. Security, you have it. Few things here. Security overview, third-party vulnerability management, code level vulnerability attacks, security investigator. Digital experience, you can monitor all these things. Mobile web, um, synthetic is here somewhere, custom applications as well. And some of the additional features which you have here, and many more. So now still is coming. Yeah. So right now everything is zero, 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 zero. This is a smartscape. Um, Whatever the data you have, automatically it will create topology and map, and then dependency and relationship, so you can visualize this. Now if you notice this one, Dynatrace has been converting everything in the apps. You see here, click on the apps. Others, if you click on here, you'll get a little bit wider one. Here you have apps, and apps you have everything. Okay, notebook, dashboard, workflows, hub, and some of the recently opened files. So most important is app here, and what you want to do, complete information you have it here. So primarily I want to start with one agent installations. So you can search for it, but right now I just locate that one agent which is somewhere. Where is that? Uh, Here, deploy one agent. This is the manage sections and deploy one agent. Click on it. Okay, now one agent you can deploy in every platform. You see that here. It can be Windows, Linux, AIX, Solaris, Kubernetes, OpenShift, Azure Web Apps, Cloud Foundry, Lambda, functions. So if you want to understand here, these all are virtual machines. Now rest of the thing, this part if you see is basically container. Okay, please understand. So here one agent is available in terms of OS level, one agent. Okay, here one agent is installed in terms of containers. Here one agent is installed in terms of code. Okay, so please mind it through API. So different ways to implement. Now if you want to install one agent and large scale, then if you see that Ansible script is also there, Ansible playbook, we call it Ansible role, if you remember, I taught you, and Puppet module is also there. Okay, so many options are available for this. So I'll go for the Linux machine. Here it is. Now, uh, this see here. This is your server, and this is Dynatrace cloud. So from server, you have installed one agent. Now one agent will collect all the data and send it to Dynatrace. But how the Dynatrace will trust this one agent? Which account is from, whether he has right access or not, on everything. So that is where you can create a token here. We call it a pass token. Now, if you have already created a pass token, you can enter it in this here uh, account management section. I'm not going there right now, but you can create a multiple token if you want. But here also you can create a one new token. This one, you can check this out. This is a token. You can reuse it also. One token is sufficient. Now, what is your operating system? So whether it's a Linux, ARM, or x86 64. So ours will be x86, right? So that's the one. Now some of the options which you want: monitoring mode. So monitoring mode, whether it's of infrastructure only, and full stack. This you need to be little careful here. By default, it's a full stack. But let's say if you want to only monitor CPU, RAM, network and disk and process and services, then you should go for infrastructure. But if you say I want logs also, I want trace also, then you should go for full stack. Remember that full stack will do everything. So it will consume little bit more memory and CPU compared to infrastructure. So please be mind. So by default, it's a full stack. Why? Because that is what we want. We don't want to install too many agent for different things. Now here, this is the script which you web script you can see. And if you understand this one, this is the script will be downloaded and run. This is the web script, and API token will be embedded here. This is the API token actually is disabled actually, I mean hidden actually. And then whether the whatever you have downloaded is correct or not, signature are there. And then this command will be running your script with the root access. And after that, restart the process that you want to monitor. So that means, let's say, if you want to monitor Tomcat example, I'm just giving you code level tracing, you want to do that. So that application need to be restarted. Only then you will have a full observability. Remember that. So that is something which you have to do that. So now let me create one machines.
One clarification. So this one agent has to be installed in a web server, app server, and TP server, is it?
No, no, no. Okay, so I think I should explain you. Just a second. Let me.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say here, uh, think about it. This is your VM, virtual machines, okay? And now this is running, this is the VM, and this is running Tomcat. Tomcat is running your application, which is in Java, of course. And the applications is here, Tomcat is here. Java, see, Java you need to run Tomcat. Tomcat you need to run applications. And traffic is coming on the Tomcat port through applications. Correct now? So now if you install the one agent in the full stack mode, full observability, so one agent will get the CPU, RAM, disk, and network. process, services also. But one agent will get the Java information also. One agent will get the Tomcat information also. One agent will get you the trace for the applications also. One agent will get you all this information. Plus one more thing, application is connected to the database. One agent will give you that information also. So now this is a logs where is located. So one agent will collect those logs. Collections will be done by one agent. That means after installing the one agent, you don't need to install anything. Are
Yeah,
you understanding?
yeah, looks like it's a single tier architecture, which means all the application, web server, app server, and DB server, everything is in one server. So if we put the one agent in there, we can collect all the metrics along with the Java in that particular host. Suppose if we have the application server in one VM and DB in other VM and application in other VM, so this one agent has to be installed in all these three, is it?
All the nodes, yes. Here also you have to install a one agent. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so now I'm going to create one machines here. So this is for Dynatrace. 1, 2. I'll go for 20 and small is okay for time being. And security group, I'm opening everything bad practice. 8 GB is okay for time being. One machine. Launch. Now let me log into this. This is the IP address. Let me. Done. So here Ubuntu sudo -s. Okay. So now I am going to run this commands in front of you. So enter. Done. Now let me run this command also. Enter. And the last one, this one.
Sorry, I missed out. What is the purpose of the API token here?
Uh, this token only on this, let's say this is the agent and this is the Dynatrace. So how this Dynatrace will validate which account this agent is sending the data for and whether it's a genuine account or not. Correct? So for the API token is basically is my account information.
Yeah, so this token is unique for each node or for one account,
No, it's account level.
account level
All of
token,
us.
right? So we don't need to create a token for each endpoint, correct?
So this is the KK16696. This is, let's say, your project or organization, and this token will be unique to these organizations. So you can create a multiple token in within organizations, but one is sufficient for sending the data to agent. Now I want you to look at these few things. This web script is installing the things. If you see that set monitoring mode is full stack and logs are enabled. Now if you see that here you have a logs. If you want to troubleshoot, don't get lost. You have to be a little slow. So var log Dynatrace, you have a complete detail. Now executable will be located here, mind it. Now one more important things I want you to highlight. The Dynatrace is not running as a root, though I'm running as a root, but Dynatrace is running as a one user, which is called DT user. Okay, so please understand that. So DT user is the user which is running Dynatrace. Now also I want you to you know uh, see that this is a service. So service is running and you can get done. So now if you see that one agent has been successfully connected to Dynatrace cluster node, you are all set and done. So can we see that now? Click on this show deployment status, and now this one agent will be able to show you. See here, this is the node name of mine, the agent which I installed it, and global monitoring enabled. You can go for details. It will take some time to come. Just wait for it. So the one which I'm showing you is the host view. Okay. So this is the host view, and it's a classic UI you have for the host view. Though the data has not come, but still you can see that there's no problem. No problem means server, I mean AI has detected, Davis AI. There is no as such problem so far, and not analyzed. Availability, SLOs, owner, uptime, network, CPU, memory, incoming traffic, you know, outgoing connections, host performance, memory, traffic here, and few more process analysis, memory uses, and which are the process running. Each process you have a process, CPU uses, process memory, and few more details. Disk analysis you see here, throughput, IOPS, and which are the mounts you have in your server, the disk detail, network analysis you see here, how many networks you have, memory analysis you see here, page faults, swap memories, number of events, number of logs. Logs, it'll take some time. These are the logs which you started coming here. Analysis has not been done, and so on. So you see the completed details you have at one place. Incoming connection, outgoing, host performance, process analytics, disk analysis, network analysis, memory analysis, event log, log sources. So complete details you have. Whatever is running in this server, you can get it. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah,
In above screen, you were showcasing it gives the details of the processes. It captures uh,
yeah,
details, right?
yeah.
So I have a question like if I am running a multiple process with the same name, like cups, which is used for printer and Unix platform.
Hmm.
Process ID 121 is consuming 5%. Process ID 122 is consuming 80% of the CPU. Now, how from this screenshot, from this, this information, I'll able to know that which cup is using, what level of utilization of resources. Because here it will just show CPU of used by cups, right? So
Yeah.
does it give the
So
details of the process ID, including PIDs of that high utilization resource capturing?
yeah. So here, whatever the you're getting, this process is the high level process, unique process. Okay. Now each process will have a child process, and child process will have their own child process. That is how the PMAP is being created. So you can go into that label right now. This you see here. Some of the things is not enabled by default, but you can go and enable some of the stuff and then get to know about it. So instance snapshot and stuff like that. So that you can get it actually. So
Okay,
each
so
processes,
okay, having its child process, so which means the cup
yeah,
120 will also have 122, 123, like this way. It will show you entire tree, correct?
right, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I clicked on the process, one of the process, and you see complete details here you have. This is the one process, and you see zero process and their CPU, there's a RAM, traffic, connectivity. Now events, this process has created how many logs file, and you see the complete responsiveness. And here you have, I mean, worker process, see the child process, how many total worker process you have. So only one worker you have. So you will see complete details on this actually, complete detail. Let me take you to the other process. Now data is coming slowly. So let's go for one agent process itself. And if you go down, how many worker you have? So three worker you have. And so here complete details about the three worker and event still, I mean, some of the stuff was still coming, but you can see that complete details here. Got it? Hello?
Mm, not very much clear, but at high level, yes.
Yeah. So this is the one agent. It can be one process instead of here. Any process can be there. Now this process itself, how much CPU, how much RAM, how much traffic, how many workers, which process, how many processes is responding or not. Complete details you have it actually. So are you looking for something specific one uh, which can be helpful for you to find out the root cause for problem?
Okay, so it gives the details like which process is responding, which is not responding. Maybe it's a dead process, like that.
Not getting you. This process is running in my machine right now. One agent because of this. No, I
Okay.
just run
Um,
this.
okay. By the name of a dead process means in Linux, Unix environment, we have zombie processes, right? So it gives that
Right.
kind of detail as well.
So here in this place you get that process table. You'll get all the geometry process. So here you have process analysis. Okay. So here you get state. You see the state right now. So right now nothing. I mean, not much data has come, but it will analyze it, and here you'll get a state for it.
Does it have any further details option where you can add the process ID details?
Um, in the detail, each page, each process,
You have to add it,
you
right?
can.
Further details.
Huh. So you click on that, and these are the information you have available. Some of the information about executable path, name, commands, and so on, and process group. Here you have it, and few more details. Still, it's coming the data. I see that not everything has come, but still some data is still coming. So these are the information you have available for this. If you want to analyze this crash detail, so if it is crashed, let's say, so right now there's no crash detail because nothing has happened to this. And some of the logs and group you can see anyways there. Understood now?
Yeah, by default, it's not going to show all the process IDs.
No, let me tell you here. This place is basically is a observability platform. So it will tell you what went wrong in your system. But while again, after knowing this, you can go in the system, log into the system and try to fix it. So that way you get more visibility actually. Got it? Okay, so this is something which we did one agent installations, and we saw that how every servers can be monitored. So this is a basically infrastructure monitoring. And if you go down a little bit, I have shown you already, this is a logs. By default, you are collecting these logs. You can click on this, each of these logs, and this will be opening up in the prompt. Run this query, and here all the logs you see here, you can analyze. Again, okay, good. So now what we are going to do, so I install the one agent and the host level, and I am running few services, but not something like applications. So if you go for apps, and if you see that something like a front end, okay, so here you see no applications right now. If you go to apps, here you see um, containers. Uh, there's no containers running right now as of now. If you go here and want to see the traces, distributed tracing here, no, there's nothing right now because, and there's no website also I'm running here, web front, so you won't get it here. And synthetic, one more I want to show you. Synthetic, can you look it? Usually you can search for it, but right now I'm just want you to locate that. Here it is, synthetic classic. Okay, so synthetic also I have not done. So these are the primary you want to set up the monitoring and so on. So what I'm going to do, uh, I'm going to install the one applications, Java based applications here, and restart the agent one more time. And then you would see again, once provided you are giving some traffic to the applications, all this data will be automatically agent will be collecting and then sending to Dynatrace. So and that's things I'll show you. Okay, so before that, any questions anyone have? All of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.